In recent years, the TV series The Chosen has done something extraordinary. And I'm not just talking about how they beat big Hollywood, because that's pretty cool. The fact that they managed to get a crowdfunded series off the ground in the way that they have and have produced something at the caliber, the quality of production that they've created. I'm not talking about all of that, even though all of that is true. They've done something extraordinary because they've invited people to think about the figures of the Passion as they really are. To imagine the kind of breadth of backstory behind each of the apostles, and even more than the apostles, all of the people that come into contact with Jesus. There's so much more than the cardboard cutouts of the saints that we often make of them. There's so much more behind them. Fulton Sheen once said, the most interesting drama is the drama of the human soul. And why would he say that? Because the Passion ultimately is not just the story of Jesus. It's the story of salvation being worked out in us through Christ. The story of the Passion involves all of the saints and sinners who stand face to face with Jesus and have to look into their hearts. That's the difficulty with Lent, is that Lent is like looking into a mirror and having to examine ourselves and see where we're really at. It's like going to the dentist and finding out that you have gum disease, or going to a physician for a physical and learning that you need to quit smoking and lose weight. All these things are just facts of life, but facing them is so difficult. And when we come face to face with all the figures of the Passion, we realize that we're looking into a mirror. We see that I'm a little bit more like Pontius Pilate, indecisive and uncommitted, or I'm a little bit more like Judas Iscariot, unwilling to embrace Christ's invitation to love, or I'm a little bit more like the crowd calling for the death of Christ than I would like to admit. But the hope and the promise of the Passion, and by looking at all of the figures that come face to face with Christ in it, is that we can find a way out. Because the Passion isn't just the story of sinners, it's a story of saints too. Each of us can say, I can be a little bit more like Mary Magdalene in this way. I can be a little bit more like Peter. I can be a little bit more like the Virgin Mary. And each of us can be transformed. That's the invitation I want to offer you this Lent, to spend each day reflecting on a figure from the Passion. In this beautiful Lenten devotional we've prepared, Witness, we'll look at one figure from the Passion each day. We'll begin our meditation with a quote from the Church Fathers, looking at how this figure, this person, has been received in church history, and taking time to reflect on this person's story. We'll find virtues that we can emulate and vices we can try and root out. It's like looking into a mirror. It's a difficult thing. We might not always want to face the reality, but if we do, we know that we can be transformed by the love that we will encounter. The Passion isn't just about what happened to Christ. It's an invitation from Christ to enter in, to listen and encounter again this Lent the stories of the saints and sinners who have gone before, so that our hearts might be conformed to Christ's.